Did you know that over 500 Americans heading on their dream all-inclusive vacations to Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, or Los Cabos get detained? And another 600 plus are denied entry at the Mexico border every single year. And most of them had absolutely no idea they were breaking the law.
Some violations are so innocent-looking that even seasoned travelers fall into these traps. One wrong item in your suitcase could turn your $3,000 vacation into a legal nightmare. Imagine this. You've saved all year for that perfect Mexican getaway. Bags are packed, margarita dreams are brewing, and then BAM! At the border, you're stopped. Mexican customs officers are escorting you to a detention room instead of letting you through to paradise. This is what happens when Mexican customs go from "Bienvenidos a Mexico" to "You're coming with us now." And trust me, a state-sponsored all-inclusive vacation and an overcrowded, dirty Mexican jail where you have to pay for everything, including your food and water, is not the vacation you booked. Let me tell you about Paul and Christy Akeo from Michigan, a Navy veteran and his wife who went to Cancun in March 2020 for an all-inclusive vacation and ended up spending 32 days in Cancun's maximum security prison instead. Their crime? Disputing a timeshare contract. They had no idea there was an arrest warrant until they were cuffed at Cancun airport, arriving for a vacation at a completely different resort. It took a U.S. congressman flying to Mexico and camping out at the prison to negotiate their release. Christy thought it was just a misunderstanding. But days turned into weeks, and Christy, trapped in a Mexican maximum security prison, lost 25 pounds, eating food she was allergic to. I share the rest of her terrifying ordeal later in the video. Here's what the travel industry won't tell you. Mexican customs officers are highly trained to detect even minor infractions, and what many American tourists consider harmless mistakes, Mexican authorities treat as serious legal offenses. But here's the twist. Knowing these 6 items and how to handle them legally could be the difference between a smooth vacation and ending up in a holding cell. Today, I'm breaking down the 6 things that could get you stopped or even detained at Mexican customs faster than you can say, "No hablo español." I'm counting down from the least risky to the downright shocking one. And trust me, number 1 catches tourists off guard every single time. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to pack, what to declare, and how to glide through Mexican customs like a seasoned traveler. Let's kick things off with number 6. Item number 6, vaping devices. Attention vapors, your cloud-chasing days are on pause in Mexico. As of January 2025, Mexico has fully outlawed the import, sale, and use of electronic cigarettes and vapes. They're not playing around anymore. Electronic cigarettes and vape devices are now officially banned in Mexico. Get caught with even one, and you could face fines of over $1,000. But if you're caught with multiple devices, you're looking at criminal charges and up to 36 hours in a local jail. Take this guy, for example. He tried to bring 1,500 electronic cigarettes into the country. He didn't just get a fine, he earned himself a long-term stay in a Mexican prison. Tourists or locals caught vaping in public can be slapped with fines of up to 5,000 pesos, which is around $250. And if you're a repeat offender, you could be looking at detention. So leave the vape tricks for back home. If you really want to fit in, enjoy a traditional Mexican cigar, legally, of course. I would leave all vaping devices at home. Mexican customs will confiscate them anyway if they find them, and you could face a fine or arrest, so it's not worth it. Undeclared cash. If you're planning to spend a lot of pesos on your vacation, then listen up. If you're bringing more than $10,000 in cash, checks, or other monetary instruments into Mexico, you must declare it at customs. Now, I get it. $10,000 isn't a lot for some travelers to spend on a luxury getaway. But here's where it gets costly. If you fail to declare it, you could be hit with a fine ranging from 20 to 40% of the amount over that limit. And it doesn't stop there. If you can't explain where the money came from, or if you're carrying significantly more, you could be fined up to 50% or even detained. Yes, detained, and not the kind where they offer welcome drinks, and no, hiding it in your underwear isn't the clever hack you think it is. They've seen it all before. The smart solution is to use multiple bank cards, traveler's checks, or wire transfers. Keep cash under $10,000 in total and always declare if you're even close to the limit. This applies to all currencies combined, including dollars, euros, pesos, and even the Mayan dollar.
Count everything and every cent. Number 4. Knives and blades. What you need to know before packing any blades for Mexico. Forget the 4-inch rule you might have heard about. Mexican knife laws are more nuanced and, frankly, a lot stricter than most travelers realize. Mexican law generally prohibits carrying knives in public places, and any knife can be considered a weapon depending on the context. Even a small pocket knife can get you in hot water if you're carrying it in tourist zones, airports, or restaurants. Banned outright are switchblades, butterfly knives, gravity knives, daggers, disguised knives, and anything that looks tactical is strictly prohibited. If you're caught with one of these, you could face fines, arrest, and even jail time, sometimes up to 5 years. The bottom line is, if you don't absolutely need a knife for your trip, leave it at home. When in doubt, declare it at customs and ask. It's better to lose a $20 pocket knife than risk a $20,000 legal bill. Number 3. Certain medications. This is where even experienced travelers get burned badly. Some medicines that are totally legal in the US, the stuff you casually pick up at CVS, are considered highly controlled substances in Mexico. We're talking inhalers, allergy meds, sinus treatments, and especially ADHD medications like Adderall and Ritalin. One woman was detained for 72 hours just because she brought her son's ADHD meds without the proper paperwork. What was supposed to be a $4,000 family vacation, it turned into a $23,000 legal nightmare. Here's the smart move. Research the Mexican equivalents and buy them locally instead at places like Farmacia Similares or Pharma Value, which have legit alternatives at a fraction of the price. Trust me, Walmart can't compete with a Mexican pharmacy. My tip is always to bring medications in their original prescription bottles, carry a signed doctor's letter, and never pack more than a 30-day supply at a time. That simple step could save your entire trip. Number 2 might blow your mind. Timeshare contracts. This is the kind of nightmare that'll make you think twice before saying yes to those free vacation offers at the airport or inside your resort lobby. Remember Paul and Christy Akeo from Michigan? They didn't smuggle anything or break any laws, at least not in the US. Their crime was disputing a timeshare charge. After filing a chargeback with American Express, the resort hit back hard, filing criminal fraud charges against them in Mexico. The resort didn't just want their money, they demanded $250,000, a public apology, and a non-disclosure agreement. It became so serious that U.S. Congressman Tom Barrett had to fly to Mexico and personally meet with the president of Mexico's Supreme Court to negotiate their release. Here's the jaw-dropping part. In Mexico, timeshare disputes aren't always treated as civil disagreements. They can escalate into full-blown criminal cases, resulting in prison time. Even a negative Facebook post about your experience could be twisted into evidence of fraud. Now we've reached number 1. The item that lands more Americans in Mexican prisons every year than anything else. It's so common that even NASCAR driver Kyle Busch was arrested for it, claiming he didn't know Mexican law. What many American tourists see as a simple mistake, Mexican authorities treat as a serious federal crime. We're talking about an express ticket to a Mexican prison, with sentences ranging from 3 to 30 years. The real shock? It's something hundreds of Americans accidentally bring across the border every single year. Number 1 on the list, firearms and ammunition. This is the biggest trap that lands American tourists in hot water here in Mexico. Bringing a gun on your trip? Forget it. Your U.S. concealed carry permit means nothing once you cross the border. Just look at NASCAR driver Kyle Busch. He faced a 3-year jail sentence for this very mistake. Even a single stray bullet in your glove compartment or backpack can cost you serious trouble. Think jail time, huge fines, and thousands of dollars in legal fees. Mexico's gun laws are among the toughest in the world, and they don't mess around. Excuses like, "I forgot it was there," or "I need it for protection," won't help you. Right now, there are Americans locked up for accidentally carrying just 1 round of ammo. Don't let that be you. And lastly, here is a bonus item that catches thousands: cannabis products. Even if you're flying from Colorado, California, or any other legal state, Mexican authorities will treat your medicine like you're El Chapo's right-hand man. Even those innocent-looking CBD gummy you take for anxiety, Mexican customs don't distinguish between THC and CBD. To them, cannabis is cannabis, period. In 2024 alone, over 200 Americans were arrested in Mexico for possession of CBD products. If you're lucky, the punishment is 36 hours in a local jail. If you are unlucky, you will be served a bigger jail sentence. Leave all cannabis products at home. Your vacation memories shouldn't include a Mexican courtroom. Here's the hard truth. Over 1,100 Americans are detained or denied entry every year for these violations. But here's your survival plan to avoid becoming a statistic. First, triple check every pocket, bag, and compartment before you pack. Second, when in doubt, declare it and ask at customs. Bottom line, double check, triple check, then check again before you pack. Your Mexican getaway should be about sun and fun, not a stint behind bars. Now you know the 6 things that can destroy your Mexican vacation before it even starts. But surviving customs is just the first step. Once you make it through, you'll face a whole new set of traps designed specifically for tourists. From fake police checkpoints to timeshare scams to those authentic souvenirs that cost 10 times what locals pay. Cancun has more tourist traps than a resort has sun loungers. I've already made a complete guide on how not to get scammed in Cancun with all its tourist traps. Click the link in the description or the video that's popping up right now to learn the insider secrets that will save you hundreds of dollars and keep you safe. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter for more real Mexico local tips and travel advice that keeps you safe.